Welcome back, everybody. All right, today I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to give my opinion on the internet. But not just my opinion. Oh, no. I'm going to give my controversial Pokemon opinions. This is a bad idea. But it's okay, relax. I have no subscribers. It's literally my third video. And nobody watches it, so it's okay, right? Let's hope so. All right, so start things off. We'll say 1 to 5. This would be number 5. Already, just as I just mentioned, the anime. So number 5 would be the anime is pretty good, barring season 5. Season 5 is not that good, but it's kind of the exception to the overall rule. I think the anime is good, but not just that the anime is good. I think Ash is a awesome character. He's a good guy. He's a good role model for kids. And let's be real, this is who the anime is geared towards. It's for kids. He's funny. He's brave. You know, all that good stuff. But not just his characteristic, his personality. He's been in every league and in every region so far. He's got every badge. Most of them he's earned. Yes, I know, not all. He's met almost every legendary Pokemon. He saved the regions before. He saved the entire world before. Give this dude credit. He's done so much stuff. Ash is a cool guy. He's a cool character. And not only Ash, but also, along with the anime, I think Misty is a great side character. The best female companion he's had so far. I think she's also funny. She's a pretty good battler. She adds a lot to the show that I think is really good. And I think traveling partner, female companion he's had has really been able to capture the same magic that Misty kind of brought to the show. And I know that's kind of also probably a little bit controversial right there. All right, moving on. Number 4. So have you guys ever had an opinion, whether it's you love a book, a movie, a video game, a Pokemon, an animal, just whatever. You really like something and you don't know why. You can't really explain why you like it. You just do. So number 4 is like that for me. And I wouldn't say it's the most controversial because I don't think it's really going to make that many people mad. But it's possibly the one that I would say no one would agree with me on. And that is the best bug type Pokemon is Charjabug. I don't know why. It doesn't have a ton of awesome lore behind it. It doesn't have a lot of, cool history or real world references. It's not insanely strong. It doesn't have like the coolest design ever. I don't really know how to explain it. I just love Charjabug. He's really cool and one of my probably top 3 favorite Pokemon in Sun and Moon. It's weird. I get it. I know. I'm sorry. All right, number 3, maybe one of the top most controversial opinions I have. I know I only put it at number 3, but I also feel like everyone kind of saw it coming. The best region would be Kalos for so many different reasons. One of the best sets of starter Pokemon we've ever had. Same with the legendaries. The professor is super cool. The region is by far the most beautiful region we've ever seen. Mega Evolutions was awesome. Storyline was great. Great side character. Probably the best side character we've ever had, AZ. He's probably the best side character we've ever had. So many things that make this game so great, and that's a whole probably different video for another day. It's probably pretty clear by my mascot, by my channel name, by the banner. Kalos, to me, is the best, and I get that that's controversial, but it's not where it ends right there. So number 2 would have to be Kanto. I know Gen 1er, I know nostalgia, but Kanto did so many things right, and it's the whole reason the franchise is still where it's at today. It's great. Also another video for another day. Kanto is really good. And Kanto and then Hoenn, I would put Hoenn number 3. And those two kind of flip-flop in my mind sometimes. I think Hoenn is fantastic. I love Hoenn. Great region. It was my favorite until Gen 6 came out. I always said Hoenn was my favorite. So those two are kind of interchangeable for me. And then moving on to number 4, I would probably have to put the Sinnoh region. Specifically, Pokemon Platinum was such a fun game. And as you have already probably realized, as you've already gathered, Where the extremely controversial opinion starts is, I would say Johto is at best 5th best region. And it's definitely not bad, don't get me wrong. But just the professors, the professor, starters, legendary, none of those are really significantly better than any other one we've had so far. Any other region we've had. The region itself, it's not bad. It's pretty. I like it. It's good, but it's not on Kalos level, and it's not just because of the graphics. There's just nothing about it that's super special. And definitely, I love Heart Gold, Soul Silver, great games. The original Gold and Silver, also great games. I'm not bashing on them. It's just that Pokemon is such a great franchise, and all the games are on such a high level that, I mean, there's going to be fantastic games that are close to the bottom just because they have hardly any screw ups with their games. All right, next up at number 2. So this is another one of those where probably nobody is going to agree with me, and I get it, it's fine. But something that a lot of people complain about, but I actually, not only do I not mind it, I kind of enjoy it, and that's the fact that each region, each game kind of has its own unique special feature, special thing that it doesn't always get brought back. Whether it's ball capsules, the underground, hidden bases. We thought it might be that way with Megas, with Gen 6. Whatever it is, those things add so much uniqueness to each game. I think a lot of people don't really realize it, but it adds replayability to it, to each game. It makes each game special. It makes it kind of stand out a little bit. And I'm not trying to repeat myself over and over, but like I said, it makes each game, it adds that much more content to replay to make you want to go back and visit, a Hoenn game or a Sinnoh game or a Kalos game. Whatever it is, it kind of has its own unique little thing that really makes it special. And I think that's brilliant. Again, I know most people probably wish all these features were in everything, but if the newest Pokemon game had every feature, every Pokemon, everything that all previous games had, there would be no reason to ever play anything other than that game. It would be no reason to go back and play those other games. And I think that's a really, really smart idea by Game Freak. Time out. Before we get into the number 1 question of the day, I'm going to try to put it on screen, maybe somewhere like here, maybe next to Squirtle, right there, yeah, somewhere. Question of the day. So that way I'm not left alone out here. What is your most controversial Pokemon opinion? Everybody has them. If you say Greninja sucks and it's the worst starter Pokemon of all time, that's cool. Most people would disagree with you. That'd be a controversial opinion. I'm not going to hate on you. I'm not going to get mad. No one else is either. Just down below real quick, question of the day, what is your most controversial Pokemon opinion? And finally, number 1, really not number 1 because it's not a good thing. I would say most controversial of all my Pokemon opinions has to do with the starter type Pokemon. So obviously everybody right now is, rank my starter. That's kind of the thing. Best starter of each region. 1, 2, and 3. Who's the best? Who's the worst? Starter Pokemon hold a special place in most people's hearts. That is their first ever Pokemon they've ever had. Whenever they bought their first game, they usually keep it throughout the whole entire game. It's one of the most powerful members of their team. They form a special bond with it. The starters are kind of iconic. They represent each region. They mean a lot to the franchise. So naturally, people are defensive over their favorites. I get it. Just start right off with Gen 1. Squirtle is my favorite starter. Little guy right there. Best starter Gen 1. Okay, nothing too crazy with that. It's fine. I get it. I would say about 50% of the people agree with me. About 50% think Squirtle's the best. About 50% think Charmander's the best. Not too weird, right? Well, it gets a little weird because I would say my number 2 would be Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is my second favorite. Charmander's not everybody's favorite Gen 1 starter, but it's nobody's least favorite. Don't get me wrong. Don't hate on me. Charmander is still a really great Pokemon. It's still a really good starter. I would even say it's the number 2 best starter best fire type starter overall. Behind Blaziken, obviously. Blaziken is a beast. But Bulbasaur, it means a lot to me for a sentimental reason. Finally, in the last year or two, my wife has really gotten into Pokemon a little bit. Her favorite Pokemon by far is Bulbasaur. She loves Bulbasaur. She has some plushes. She got the whole Build-A-Bear. Bulbasaur, when it was a thing, she nicknames all of them Lady. So it's really, really neat, really sweet, and really special to me that she likes Pokemon, and then that one means a lot to her. So it kind of makes it a little bit more special to me too. Something else growing up, rewatching the anime here recently, Bulbasaur, Ash's Bulbasaur in the anime was a great Pokemon. It was good. It's not just in battle, but its characteristic, its personality. It was a good guy. Bulbasaur was a good dude. And finally, it's not just sentimental stuff either. So when I was little, I really liked dinosaurs. I was that super nerdy kid. For Christmas, I wanted like microscopes and telescopes, wanted little dinosaur building kits and dinosaur models, things like that I could build and put together and study. And I know, super nerdy. But I've always really liked dinosaurs. I always thought they were super cool. I remember when I was really little, one of the first things I wanted to be when I grew up was I wanted to be a paleontologist and find dinosaur bones and study dinosaurs. Like I said, I love the Jurassic Park series. Dinosaurs are just super cool to me. So the fact that there's a starter Pokemon that's based at least partially on a dinosaur is really cool. And then finally, the last thing I'm going to say about Bulbasaur is Squirtle is a turtle. Okay. Charmander is a lizard. Cool. Bulbasaur, like I said, is partially based off of a dinosaur, but to me, it's hard to explain. It probably won't make a whole lot of sense, but it's the most Pokemon of all Pokemon, if that makes sense. It's kind of what a Pokemon represents. It's a creature. It's not just an animal, like a cartoon animal. It's its own little unique creature design. And that's really cool to me. Moving all the way down over to 6th generation, Delphox. All right, so listen, Delphox isn't that bad. I know one of the biggest complaints about it is it has this weird ear hair stuff coming out. And yeah, that's a little weird. I get it, but it's not a bad design. I mean, Greninja's the best starter, not just of Kalos, but of all time. And its scarf is a tongue. So, I mean, if anything, that's a little bit more weird. But Greninja is still amazing. So I don't think that should cause Delphox to be hated on quite so much. Delphox isn't the best starter in 6th gen, and it's not the best fire starter either. Like I said, Blaziken is the best, and I'd put Charizard definitely number 2. But it may be. Delphox may be number 3. Delphox and Infernape, you kind of put those 3 and 4 interchangeably, in my opinion. And I know even mentioning those two in the same sentence, most people's like, whoa, hold on. No, Infernape's 10 million times better than Delphox. Delphox sucks. Infernape is great, yes, but Delphox doesn't suck. And then finally, taking a step back, still staying on the whole starter theme. So if you take every evolution of every starter Pokemon evolutionary line, the base form, stage 1, stage 2 of every starter of every generation, there's some that are obviously brilliant designs. There's some that's a little weird. A lot of the middle stages are a little bit weird. But definitely the most controversial of my most controversial opinion is, I would say you take every one of the Pokemon in the whole entire line of every starter and rank them. And I would say the worst of every one of them would be Oshawott. I'm sorry. Oshawott's weird. Its face is a different color. It's whiny. It has an annoying personality. It's the worst starter of the worst group of starters we've had. No, just Oshawott, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. All right, well, that's about it. I'm sorry, anybody I offended. Again, I'm terribly sorry. This is just my opinion. Obviously, it's not a fact. Everybody is entitled to their own. If you disagree with me 100%, if you say Greninja is the worst starter, that's cool, whatever. It's not a big deal. This is just my personal opinion, and it was kind of everybody's doing their top fives and everybody's doing their ranking their starters and all that. So that's kind of what initially got the idea of this video going. But I'm going to wrap it up before it gets too long. I don't want to just keep rambling on. So as always, like the video if you enjoyed it, spread the word, subscribe, tell your friends. Also leave a comment, not only with the question of the day, but also if you have any future video ideas you'd like to see me cover, any topics you want to hear me talk about. If you have any suggestions, tips to improve the video quality, just overall recording, YouTube ideas, YouTube tips, tricks, anything like that, I'm definitely open to suggestions. Constructive criticism, that's cool. I can take it. I'll take it and try to get better. That's the goal. So until next time, thank you so much. God bless all you beautiful people.